Intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
You know the saying, stay hungry, stay humble.
Boxingvoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Deontay Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass
Boxingvoice.com.
and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
But I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another very serious episode of the Boxing Voice. Everyone thinking we took steps forward, and it seems like we're going backwards, back into a time machine, back to 2 years ago, when this fight was about an A side and a B side, and instead about the two best getting in the ring. We still don't know who the two best is going to be. Is it Wilder? Is it Fury versus AJ, or vice versa? But some alarming news coming from Anthony Joshua, and I can't say it any better than he can put it, so I'll just play the audio.
Comments from Eddie Hearn again. Yes, it's saying that a fight with you against a Wilder or Fury would be a 50-50 split. That's how it would be now. Is that you've accepted that now, that in your head that's to make them fights that it would have to be that kind of split?
I'll just ask, what's his reasoning?
What's his reasoning? I think he was clear. I think he told us that Wilder and Fury have significantly raised their profile, that Wilder and Fury have done a successful pay-per-view, that Wilder and Fury right now with this pay-per-view is probably the biggest pay-per-view in history. No numbers, but just the combination of it. ESPN and Fox, something that's never been done. If this was HBO and Showtime, then I'd understand this is normal, but this is not. We're talking about two huge terrestrial channels coming together for this. So I don't understand why we're going in that time machine, jumping in the DeLorean and going 2-3 years back to when this was more about splits and who's done more. When I think we're so far removed from that. I think all three men have shown a significant increase in popularity. And to be honest, the only one that could have suffered is the one that lost. His reasoning is just damn right ridiculous. He says, well, I suffered the biggest upset, so I came back and beat the biggest upset, so that makes the biggest comeback of the world. So I deserve 70-30. I mean, this dude's a full-blown adult-sized cartoon is what he is, bro. He is hilarious, okay? How could you give yourself value off a loss? You were knocked out. Like, why is he living in fucking Gilligan's Island all alone? I don't understand, AJ. You know, ever since the win to Andy Ruiz, he's come out and he sounded like he wanted this undisputed until he shit in his mouth yesterday by saying that he should get 70% and he doesn't understand why the other guys don't deserve 50. Instead, 30% is what he wants to give them. Keep in mind, he gave Joseph Parker like 33.7 or 37.3, some crazy. Like, my man is a lunatic. I'm just sorry. He's a lunatic. He's holding up the fight. And you know what? It's all good. He can say whatever he wants. We all know that Fury and Wilder have a rematch clause. And this is what I was saying. Look, my friend and helper sent me this information yesterday, and I didn't jump on it, man. We could have did this yesterday, but I'm just so tired of this dude. He's calling Fury a waffler. This dude's a fucking pancake. He flips on every side. 1 minute, it's the biggest fight. 1 minute, he wants to get it on. 1 minute, he's back to negotiating, talking about 30%. I don't understand the dude. I really don't. It's nervous energy, in my opinion, at this point. First of all, he doesn't need to be talking. You know, you don't have a fight, and they're treating you like a puppet. Everything that you're speaking of is about Deontay Wilder and Fury. Stand your ground, young man. You're supposed to be the big dog in the division. Refuse to answer these questions about your counterparts who have not done what you done. Isn't that the song that you're singing? That they're not on your level, that you have 4 of the major 5 belts? Well, sing that song. Sing that song. Stop getting in front of these cameras, talking about AJ and Wilder, talking about being undisputed, then shitting out your mouth with this 70-30 split bullcrap that no one's going to fall for. No one's going for that. You're looking pathetic. First, you suffered an upset loss that was super tragic. You didn't just lose, they beat the shit out of you. And now you're waffling. You say you want the big fights, but now you're trying to take it back to the negotiation table with the 30%. Just scandalous, really, at this point, in my opinion. But whatever, back to the tape.
To make them fights, it would have to be that kind of split.
I'll just ask, what's his reasoning?
Didn't really give a reason.
Let's be real, he did give a reason. He said that their popularity has improved, they had a successful pay-per-view, and they're hot right now. Only one guy went and fought fucking Schwartz and Wallin. And only one guy went and had 2 fights with a fat dude that nobody thought he would beat. Stop the fucking lying. You need people like me to tell you the fucking truth. You got your crackerjack champion over here acting like a fucking crackerjack. That's what he's doing.
I'm assuming
it was like when like Andy was champion and he won the belts and was having issues about where it was. There was a lot of uproar to say Andy's a champion, he should decide where it was. Andy's not the champion. Do you know what I mean? So
he's right about that. There was a lot of uproar. People did assume that contracts weren't in place and that Andy had some sort of negotiation power, which it proved that he did, even as the B-side, as he got his purse raised, right? They strengthened that purse. But at the end of the day, the end-all be-all was still Anthony Joshua. So just because the people were up in the uproar, I don't understand why you're taking that route when the contract still dictated that you were the A-side, that the fight was taking place where you and your promoter felt best. So to talk about what the fans are saying on comments and posts when they have no details of the inner workings of that contract, again, it's just more propaganda. You know, curveballs, 30%. When you use words like this, you do not want the fight. It's just plain as day. This is not what you want.
That aspect, you have to listen to what people say. So there is an aspect of when.
Actually, let's listen to him. 2 fights with Andy Ruiz last year. No one thought he would lose. Now this year he's going to fight Pulev and whatever other mandatory he has. Talk about a sweet schedule.
You're one of the driving forces in the heavyweight division. You do have a bit more of a say. So every time I now get the belt, it's like, 50-50 or what's the other thing?
Yo, every time I now get the belt, like he's been getting the belts dozens of times and shit. Yo, he's hilarious. He's ready to quit. I'm telling you, he's ready to be retired.
Talking about...
Are you saying it shouldn't be 50-50 then?
I'm saying that.
Of course that's what he's saying. He mad as hell at Eddie for coming out saying that shit verbally, publicly, without speaking to him. You work for me, Eddie. How the fuck you telling him I'm giving him 50-50 of my pot?
If you explain why, everything takes explanation. I don't understand why it should be at them.
Yo, explain why. You got knocked out. You got your ass kicked. What you mean explain why, champ? They drug you all through the floor. You had to go to another country, get a bigger ring, change the whole shit up. Your team, your sparring partners, your trainer. Oh, you kept the trainer, right? You just added more. Like, stop it. Yo, my man is so far removed from the truth. It's hilarious, but I love it. I love laughing at this dude and his fans.
Didn't happen.
As I always said,
So
you know what I mean?
That's something to do with
that's
fact
the
that
sad
we
part
have
about
it.
about the business of boxing.
If it was the biggest upset of 2019, and I came back in December, that must be the biggest comeback. So I now want it. I want it all.
Yo, the delusion, insane. And UK prides themselves on being so intelligent. My man said it was the biggest upset, and so I won. So that's the biggest comeback. Yo, he's trying to make his failures into accomplishments. Yo, I lost to that guy, but now I beat him, so that's the biggest comeback. Yo, so wait a minute. If Mike Tyson would have beat Buster Douglas in the comeback, was that the biggest comeback? Yo, my man's counting losses as wins out here, bro. They grabbing at straws for real. It's hilarious. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I thought we were getting this fight, man. Look, I knew 2020 wasn't the year, but with all the Saudi talk and the big money talk and the big wallets, I thought maybe they'd make an offer for the end of 2020 after they see the results of that first Wilder Fury. But with this, I mean, keep your 30% offer. Keep your 30% offer, man. Wilder continue to do pay-per-views in America, something you haven't been able to do yet, man. Like, stop, bro. Wow. Delusion is insane, man. It must be in the water out there, I'm telling you. But we got more. We got more potty mouth. Hold on.
We're talking about the split.
The split. Like I said, I made the biggest comeback of last year, and I would like 70%. But in reality, I know that's not the case. So what they would have to do with me, with my ego on my side, saying I want.
Did we catch that? What they would have to do with me and my ego. Did we catch that? So it's its ego that's hurt. After the loss, he can't understand why he's got to go 50-50. And he's telling you, yo, you got to explain it to me and my ego. Like, my ego still thinks we're number one, even though we got pounded by like a number 20. I'm just saying.
70% now I explain and say, look, that's not really the case. That's not where we are right now in terms of splits. This is why, that's why. These are the stats and facts. And I'll say, you know what, that makes sense to me. It has to make sense.
So you have to be...
So he needs Eddie to lay it out before him on paper. I don't even understand. Doggy, play the tape. Turn on Dazn, man. It's all over the internet as like highlights or the biggest upset. Like, it's easy to find your fight and understand why it's not 70-30, bro. Like, stop being out here making your fans look bad, bro. Because when you look this fearful, you know, because at this point to say that either man, because remember, he's not only talking about Wilder, we're just assuming Wilder's going to win, right? He's talking either man, Fury or Tyson or Wilder, does not deserve 50-50, man. The man's delusional, bro. He's delusional. But you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're looking for your thoughts, man. We want to know what you know. What do you feel, right? Does he deserve it? Does he deserve 70% of the split on this fight? Like, is he a lunatic? Does he deserve 70? Do Tyson and Wilder deserve, what is it, 30%? That is the question, man. Is this nervous energy? Is this him showing that he really doesn't want the fight? Because at 30% for a fight of this magnitude, I mean, I don't think anyone's even going to answer the email, to be quite honest. But this is what we are discussing, man. Very interested to see what it is that you guys believe. How are you perceiving these quotes from Anthony Joshua? We're going to go out to the callers. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. You could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. So, yeah, man, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button on the way into the show, as it helps with the visibility. It allows me to know, hey, you guys are enjoying these early morning shows, and make sure to get up and do some more. So, yeah, man, I just want to again reiterate what we're discussing is Anthony Joshua's latest interview, where he wants to be explained of the purse bid. He doesn't feel or understand why a Deontay Wilder or a Tyson Fury would be, I don't know, why do they deserve 50-50? He thinks, good old 70-30 is more than enough. He believes that's more than enough. And look, at the end of the day, we want your opinion on that matter. See where you lie. Is this still a side, B side control fight? Is this still a 70-30 split, or is this, two parties? Like Eddie said, this is no longer a split. This is a partnership. Is it that, or is it not? Who's wrong? Who's right, man? I mean, I think really Eddie and AJ need to sit down. They're not on the same page, but we're going to go out to the callers. Once again, the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Anywhere in the world to be part of the conversation. We're going out to Sweden Zone. Killer.
This is the only sport where you can kill a man and get paid for it at the same time. It's legal. So why not use my right to do so?
If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
If he dies, he dies.
Killer. Yo, Sweden, what up, champ? Sweden. We cannot hear you. You're not saying it. You are unmuted, but you ain't saying a hang up. Try back in, man. All right, we're going out to Majid in Florida. Talk to me.
I just call bullshit. Like, those negotiations, we know that the fight ain't gonna happen, so he's stalling that bench for some reason, but shit, that's all I got, man. Just another bullshit ass tactic. I'm out.
Well, all right. There you have it. First caller calling it bullshit. Does not believe that he really wants this fight. I mean, 30%, man. It's like I said, Joseph Parker got like 33 or 37. To say 30% in the media that isn't a starting point. That's disrespect. When you got your promoter saying that the fight is 50-50 partnership, you're out here saying, 70-30. I don't know. It just doesn't have the right energy for me. But looks like we got a new caller in Baltimore. Talk to me, brother. Who's this in Baltimore?
How you doing?
How are you, brother? What's your name?
My name is Victor.
Victor, what's going on, brother? Talk to us.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've been listening to your show for a long time, and I've been trying to get a call in, but no way. But I'm happy I got through this time around. Quick one, yeah. If I want to say what AJ, I listened to what he said, and from what he said, point blank, 70-30. In his opinion, they should just ask him why he should give them 50-50. Joshua never said, I won't give you 50-50, but he just want an explanation to make sense. That's one.
Now let me ask you a question now.
Deontay Wilder.
Hold on. Now let me ask you one question. Do you as a fight fan need an explanation?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you realize why this fight is 50-50?
Well, like I said before, why I feel the fight should be 50-50 at this point is because that's the only way to get Deontay Wilder in the ring. And if you watch very, very well, I've been following boxing for a long time. I've been following your station and all the stuff. I've been listening to both sides. both the whole 50 million stuff on Instagram and the whole AJ calling in John Skipper to help them get the fight made. We've been following all this for a long time. I want to see the fight so bad. And whatever it takes for them to get the fight made, fine. But my problem is, why should Deontay Wilder, even June 1st, before AJ came out on ESPN First Take and said, no more Shelley Finkel, no more Eddie Hearn, I'll go meet Deontay Wilder face to face, because he thought he would beat Ruiz so that we would discuss on how we could get a fight made. Deontay Wilder took to his Instagram and put in a 2-fight deal ahead of time, even before AJ went in the ring with Ruiz. I talked to Deontay Wilder on Instagram. He blocked me. I'm telling you, this is no joke. We should all support the sport for what it is. Forget UK, forget America, forget UK America stuff. We want to see this fight. And I know you want to see it. The other time Mike was saying something about he don't believe that. The way Mike was sounding, he's like, he don't want to see the fight. I know you, Ness, want to see the fight. We want to see the fight. We want to see the undisputed fight. This whole trilogy, rematch, all this bullshit, I'm not buying it. Fight with Fury, winner, go face Joshua. Simple as that. We want to see this
But
fight.
let me ask you something. So you don't think
that's the energy we should be
so
keeping.
you don't think that a loss dropped AJ's allure, value, stock at all?
Hey, I believe so. The
All right,
loss
all
dropped
right.
his value.
I've given you a lot of time, as you know. It was your first time calling, so I've given you a lot of time. Plus, you said some good stuff to defend AJ. We don't really get a lot of AJ callers, so I wanted to make sure I spread some love to you. But I do have to get to some other callers. We're going to go out to Florida one more time.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, this is Felix Chico Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Let's go to work.
Yo, Ness, I'm just listening, bro. Appreciate the show.
All right, King. Well, thanks for calling in and tuning in. You know what I mean? Looks like we're going to Matabula. What it do? Matabula. What up, champ? You unmuted yourself, but then you muted back. Touch it one more time. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Look, Ness, I'll tell you something here. I've got credible sources, and this fight, like with Undisputed, is definitely going to happen. You see all these things going on about Eddie Hearn coming out talking on the internet and all that. There's already deals in place for that fight to happen in Saudi. That $150 million each that you're hearing about is real. Like, I've got credible sources, and I can tell you that both Wilder and Fury are on board with this. Like, don't listen to what AJ is trying to say and all this and 50-50 and all that. They all know that they can only make money off each other. So this fight is definitely going to happen. I'm telling you. Like, all this stuff that's happening about talking is all about just, keeping the Undisputed alive. But behind closed doors, Wilder and Fury both know this. And even if you heard the IFL interview today, which said there's insights in the Fury camp saying that this fight doesn't happen in the UK, of course they know it. Of course Bob and Eddie have already spoken about this. Of course they know about the Saudi offer. Of course PBC knows about the Saudi offer. Like, this stuff I'm telling you now is real. Like, this fight is definitely going to happen at the end of the year. Trust me. It definitely will. And all this stuff that you're hearing about AJ this and AJ that is just keeping the Undisputed alive. But there's already deals in the pipe.
All right. Well, Matabula, I would have been happy if you'd have used some of your time to explain the 30%. But look, I get you. We all believe it's going to happen. We just don't understand why they're prolonging it, because saying 30% to a guy that's done a successful pay-per-view and is on track to do another successful pay-per-view in America, it just sounds like some sort of Mutombo type of block. You know what I mean? But look, we'll keep these lines moving and we'll see if anyone agrees with you. We got Rico. What up? Rico, you just muted yourself. First you were there with the good clearing of the throat, and now you're back on mute. So hit that button one more time. There you go.
Hi guys, hi guys. Just a quick call. Ness, I'm very disappointed with your stance with Wilder, not only with justifying his 50-50 stake, but in general, like how you denied the fact that Klitschko knocked him out in sparring.
Well, I mean, hold on. I'm not gonna take your time. I'm gonna give you extra. But didn't we have two people that were in the camp at the same time, and two people said that he didn't get knocked out? So,
yes, but
we had Jonathan. Hold on, I have no relations to Jonathan Banks. He lives on the West Coast. Okay, he said, "I am Vlad's trainer. I was there. It did not happen."
No, what Jonathan Banks actually said was Klitschko dropped him. He didn't say he knocked him out. He said Klitschko dropped him. Andy Lee, who's Tyson Fury's cousin, I'm sure you're aware, was part of the team as well there, and he also came out to say that Klitschko did drop him.
Okay, so but wasn't wait a minute. But were we not debunking Dillian White's statement? We never denied that he got dropped or not. That's not the argument. The argument is that Dillian White was saying he knocked him out and he was twitching. So we did interviews and proved that that was wrong. So you're choosing to use your call about 30% to Wilder to talk about sparring from 6 years ago? Cool.
No, what?
Cool beans.
No, my
cool beans. We see the type of fan you are. Cool beans.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not an AJ fanboy. I'm not a Wilder fan.
I mean, AJ's offering Wilder 30%, and you're choosing to talk about sparring.
Okay, if you want to talk about the percentage, AJ's recent fight did 1.6 million.
AJ lost, my friend. Did his stock go down? Yes or no?
AJ Ruiz.
Did his stock go down? Yes or no?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so we're dealing with a delusional fan. I'm sorry, we got to keep him. I can't give delusional people time. Like, you got to be sane. You got to be sane. You know, you either did. You can answer it, but be ready for the criticism. You can say no, his stock didn't go down, and you can build an argument. You can say that the first fight received millions of playback views, so it helped his stardom. Then you can say that the second fight broke records, and that's why you don't believe that his stock went down. But to ignore the question only shows that you do feel the loss was detrimental to his career and stock, and that's why you're avoiding it. And again, talking about 6-year-old sparring, the delusion in you guys. What is in the water over there? Jesus Christmas tree. Brandon in Cincinnati, talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Ness, man? I missed you guys last week. I was on vacation in Jamaica. But yeah, I don't like this 30% talk shit. I've been saying it for a while. 50-50 is what's going to take to make this fight. I mean, I don't care if you got the accolades, if you make more money, if you sell out the stadiums. Bottom line, if you want to be undisputed, this man has the last belt. Give him the 50-50, make the fight fans want to see. But I'm going to take what AJ is saying with a grain of salt, because when Eddie Hearn came out and said he willing to offer 50-50, we said, well, let's wait till after Deontay Wilder isn't busy to see if he has the same energy. So let's wait till Wilder isn't busy, and let's see if AJ is saying the same shit. Then let's criticize him. Because right now, nothing that these guys say really matters because the man is busy. But yeah, like I said, I think 50-50 is what it takes to make this fight. Has AJ's stock dropped? No. When your stock dropped, your money dropped. His money ain't dropped. His numbers ain't dropped. His next fight ain't at the fucking O2. It's at another fucking soccer stadium. So no, his stock ain't dropped. Now, does the chances people give him against Wilder after the knockout drop? Yeah, people think Wilder's going to decapitate him now, but his stock isn't dropped.
Yo, if public perception swayed from you beating Wilder to you being decapitated by Wilder, how the fuck your stock doesn't drop, bruh? Come on, man.
I'm
You
talking
were
about
the favorite.
your
You
financial
were the
stock.
you. It don't
No, he
exactly,
wasn't. It was a
exactly.
50-50
The
fight.
financial
It was a
stock.
50-50
The
fight, man.
financial stock does drop. Why? Because people were investing in you, and when it comes to this fight, they will not invest in you. They'll invest in you for fucking Andy because they know you're gonna beat up on the Michelin doll. Are they gonna put you in there and invest in you versus fucking the gorilla? No.
Yeah, I think the UK and this fan still got him. I've talked to him. They still believe he can beat Wilder. But
Who believes he
I
can
just
beat Wilder?
all his fans. His
Bruh,
fans, they
bruh,
strayed away
don't
from
you?
that.
Oh
No,
man, see, you on them after shows too fucking long, and you drinking the same shit them dudes across the pond drinking. Who gives a fuck what his fans think? It's the writers, it's the bookies, it's the fucking headlines. That's what matters, not his fans. How many times I gotta tell you that fans an abbreviation for fanatic? Fanatic. Look the fucking word up. When you're a fan of someone, you're behind them. It has to be the people outside of the equation, the writers, the bookmakers, the headlines that are out there. What are they saying? Why has that changed? But his stock didn't go down. Look at the year. He fought Andy Ruiz 2 times. His stock didn't go down. So if his stock didn't go down with a loss to a dude he was meant to beat, and then a win to a dude he lost to, and Tyson fought Ottawa Wilder and Schwartz, but Wilder fought Brazil and Ortiz, they all stood on the same level? Competition doesn't matter anymore? What you do in a year don't matter anymore? Man, you guys have lost it. You're like on one, all the way on one. But Ayers Joseph, talk to me.
Yo, Ness. Yeah, bro, fucking. I had energy when I was first phoning up Ness still, but being from the UK as well, it's just too much delusion, bro. Like, every time he skis has got the mic in his hand. My man's talking shit, Ness. It's madness, and then everyone wants to phone up and back his case talking about some other reasons. 70-30, bruv. Come on. I'm not even going to answer the question, as you get me. It's just ludicrous, bruv. These men need to just take the mic off AJ for good, bruv, because all my man does is talk shit. And you see any real boxing fan in the UK, Nez, they've lost respect for my man. Lost respect for AJ, trust me, Nez. But yeah, that's me out. Just remember, any real nigga, they ain't got respect for that geezer no more, because he talks shit. And then his last fight, he wants to talk this and that. He ran off, bro. That's it. That's the end of it. You can say boxing masterclass, rare tear tear. Where was his boxing masterclass the first time? Where? Yeah, and there's just to let you know, man, ain't all delusional from this side still.
I hear
it
you,
should
brother.
be the other way around, if anything, 70-30. So Wilder and Fury can fight each other, the best top of the division, but AJ can fight no one. And my man's reps raising somehow. Biggest comeback in history, bro. You got knocked out by a geezer that shouldn't have even been in the ring. What would have Jarrell Miller even done to my man, bro? That's what would he have done if Ruiz done that? What would have Miller done, bro? Finished him. Yeah, man.
All right, Ayers Joseph, man. You know, really a breath of fresh air to hear someone with the UK accent speaking some sense, some truth. Look, just because you sound like what I'm saying, you know, it doesn't mean you're right. But at least someone from that country is thinking of the other side. Thinking of it. Because, like, come on, at this point, man, you still talking 30%, bro. You're crazy, man. We got... I'm going to go back to Killer. And no, I know you're there and you're in Mastermind, but we tried to get Killer on his ringer status and something was up with his mic. Killer, talk to me.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up? Back away from the microphone, champ. You're coming in very hot and muffled.
You hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what's going on? What's the main agenda? What's the topic?
AJ is saying he doesn't understand why Eddie is saying 50-50. He believes he had the biggest upset of the year, and he then had the biggest comeback, so he deserves 70-30. He needs to be explained why this fight between he and the winner of Wilder Fury deserve 50-50.
I mean, he's coming off an embarrassing stoppage loss where he got dropped, and then he ran away in the rematch, and he fought a man in a quote unquote neutral ground where the UK has much more easy access to, which is Saudi Arabia, which is basically UK 2.0 Saudi Arabia. And he bamboozled his way back to the belts. I mean, he's a coward, and he also likes to have baby oil rubbed on his chest, raspberry scented baby oil, with his eyes closed. And he's a Fruity Loops, and that's what he's all about. So that's what I have to say about that.
All right. Well, that's all the way from Sweden. And that's what I'm saying, people are starting to feel the same way all around the world. Steve in the UK, talk to me. Actually, Steve, I'm sorry. Shit, I didn't mean to hang up on you, Steve. NO Mastermind, talk to me. NO. Going once, twice. All right. We're going to Steve. Talk to me now. NO is busy. Steve in the UK, talk to me. All right. We're going out to Troy in Baltimore. Boomerang.
What you're looking at with that 30% is just frustration. There's been a lot of offers and contracts made to Wilder from his side, and he turned everything down. He said he won't even fight for 50-50 on, I think it was Blue Blood show. I don't even remember what show it was, but so it's just frustration. As I stated on another show, until someone could tell me what Deontay Wilder wants, this fight will never happen. He's been on your show and many shows. He's never once said, this is what I want to make the fight happen. You go offer him 200, 300 million. What does he want to make the fight happen?
Troy, let's get to the point,
Yes,
though. Let's get to the point. Does he deserve 50-50?
Me as a fan no, because see, they're on different levels. He does not. One of them is on a real higher level, and the other one is a belt holder fighting the same guys over and over again.
So
did
his stock go down with the loss in your eyes or not?
No. You talking about Joshua? No, his stock didn't go down because he didn't lose the second fight. If he would have lost the second fight, his stock would have went down. No.
All right.
Because the proof is in the pudding. Hear me out. The proof is in the pudding. Somebody built a stadium for him to come fight in this country. Somebody paid him $65 million to fight in their country. How's your stock going down from that?
So losses don't matter anymore.
Losses do matter if you compound them with another loss.
Hey, yo, hold on. So losses don't matter, especially when you lose Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas style. That's what you're saying. You're going to say that history has been wrong for all these years.
Please do not talk to me about history. You don't study it, so we're going to cancel that out.
Well,
number one.
Well, you tell me if fucking Buster Douglas didn't make history. Since I don't know nothing about history.
We're not talking about making history. We're talking about stop.
Did he motherfucking make history? Did he motherfucking make history? Did he motherfucking make history? Yes or no?
Yeah, you could cuss and carry on all
that's
you
what
want.
I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Answer the question. Answer the question.
Mike Tyson's stock after that fight didn't really go down. It stayed the same because of shock.
I'm done. He said Mike Tyson's stock dropped after the Buster Douglas. Then he quickly said didn't really go down. So you saying Mike Tyson, who is iconic with boxing, his stock dropped, but not Joshua's. Man, get your fucking fanboy ass out of here. Take your cheerleaders and rub them on your chest, man. Zorro in Atlanta, talk to me.
Yo, good morning. Hey, Anthony Joshua's stock did drop because nobody even talks about him. Everybody talks about Fury. Everybody talks about Deontay. Nobody talks about Joshua. Then you don't even hear anybody say anything about the last fight he was in. They talk about that loss. So that 30%, he could stop that. And I think his the people he's working with, Eddie Hearn and them know, hey, we can't even step to Deontay like that or Fury like that, because Heyman isn't gonna let him do it, and Bob isn't gonna go for that crap either. 30%. Now we know what the money is. You're not getting everything. And then when he said something about his ego, yeah, he kind of washed. He gotta calm down and let everybody else work that money out. He's trying to take over all the bread, and he's not worth all of that no more. He should have smoked everybody out earlier and beat everybody so he could talk noise and say I'm the top dog. But he didn't. He took that L, and that L cost him in the long run. I mean, Deontay, slowly but surely, and Fury, their stock is just going up, and his is just stagnant. He's not in a place to call shots, man.
Well, all right, Zorro,
Not like
Georgia.
that.
Zorro, the ATL, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Buami. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, fellas? I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not to put it even in boxing terms. Hey, Mike and Ness, man. When LeBron James switched off of Kevin Durant in the NBA Finals, did you lose some respect for him as a basketball player?
I wish Mike was on to tell you what you're talking about, but he ain't.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know nothing about basketball.
I forgot you don't watch basketball. Okay, but listen, LeBron James is a great player, but he did lose his stock. His stock went down when he showed that he was afraid of Kevin Durant in the NBA Finals, and Kevin Durant hit the game-winning three. Now, fast forward to AJ. All right, AJ is not looked at as the same boxer. Before, I could go to the hood and be like, hey, you think AJ could beat Wilder? Hell yeah, look how buff he is, bro. Now, everybody saying, man, them fake-ass muscles. Like, it's literally like everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'd be around, dope boys, and they literally be sitting down eating burgers and be like, yeah, I can whoop any cocky nigga ass. I'm on Andy Ruiz shit. So just think about that. You got fat dudes talking about they can whoop cocky, muscular motherfuckers just because AJ got whooped. That means his stock went down. It's nothing wrong. AJ's still a great fighter, but his stock went down. When Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, his stock went down. People found out that he wasn't as tough as they thought. That's my call, though, homie.
All right, brother. I'm telling you, it's only delusional people trying to say that his stock didn't go down. NL on the mastermind, trying you one more time. Going once. Going the third time. All right, we're going out to Michael. Oh, there goes NL. What up, champ?
What's good? That's how my audio sound, bro.
Better than ever.
All right, check this out, man. This dude lose to somebody he wasn't supposed to lose to. Overwhelming favorite in the fight. He get his ass whooped, come back, and fought the scariest fight that we ever seen him fight in his professional career. We never saw AJ fighting that style before. It was straight. You don't know too much about football, dog, but it was straight prevent defense. That's how he was fighting, dog. Now, all the other great heavyweights came back after they got knocked out and won the fight going for the knockout or they got the knockout. Because think about it. If somebody knock you out in the street, when you fight that motherfucker again, dog, you just trying to land a couple of jabs? Why you fight his ass again if you going to do that? You trying to get you want that knockout back. You want the win back and the knockout back. Now you gonna tell me your stock rose when you came back in the rematch and ran around the fucking ring? And they won't compare that shit to Muhammad Ali? Did you see Joe Frazier's face at the end of that fight? Ali was landing like shots, man. This motherfucker was on his bike. Now you talking about his stock don't went up? Man, say, brother, UK gotta land. They gotta grow some motherfucking balls, man, and start standing on 10 toes over there. They cover up any fucking thing this dude do. Even the promoter saying this shit 50-50. And they gonna get on this motherfucker and tell you how he deserves 70-30. Man, look, that's my call, but you got man, start talking to these people, man.
Man, it's hard to talk to a wall, champ. Hard to talk to a wall. We going to Michael in the UK.
I said that. Where the ace at? Where the ace at?
Hey, Les, how's it going? How's it going?
What up, champ?
God, man. Look, yeah, I'll keep it nice and brief, yeah? Like, yes, Anthony Joshua, his aura of invincibility is gone because of that loss to Andy Ruiz. However, his stock has not dropped. His stock has actually increased since his loss to Andy Ruiz. And Andy Ruiz should be thanking AJ Styles because of him, he's retiring from boxing because of all the money he's made for fighting Anthony Joshua 2 times. So, back to the point. Yeah, I can understand why Anthony Joshua would want to be explained why he should be getting 50, Wilder should be getting 50-50. Let me tell you why. Yeah? What's Deontay Wilder done up until this point? Yes, he's beat Luis Ortiz, but who is Luis Ortiz anyways? He's a contender. He is not a former world champion. Whereas Anthony Joshua has beaten 3 former world champions. So Anthony, in his mind, he's thinking, wait a minute, I had a loss, but wait a minute, like I've done more in his career than what Deontay Wilder's done. So Eddie Hearn is doing an excellent job in convincing Anthony Joshua why there should be 50-50. Because if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury and beats him emphatically, then yes, then that will change the game. But up until this point, he's only beaten Luis Ortiz and he's drawn with Tyson Fury. He hasn't actually beaten Tyson Fury. He's actually drawn, and it should have been a loss. So let's not remember that. So anyways, that's my call. Peace out, everybody.
Michael, thanks for calling in. Let's see. We got Kyle in California. What it do?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, man.
Good morning. Kyle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Sunday. Sunday.
Tunde?
Sunday. Yeah.
Not Kyle.
No, it's Sunday. Akanamoya. It's difficult to pronounce the last name, so.
Oh, okay. So Tunde.
Don't worry about it.
So Tunde, like the trainer, then.
Yeah.
Tunde and but you are in Cali, right?
Yeah, I'm in Cali.
All right, Tunde and Cali, talk to me. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I've been following your show for some time now. Yeah, it's a nice show, but I just want to point something out. Like, I would love you to like try to entertain other people's opinion, even when their opinion doesn't agree with yours. You know, that way we'll be able to get like more out of this show, because everybody's opinion will not necessarily be together. Like, we won't always see things from the same viewpoint. Now, going to the Anthony Joshua and Wilder debate. Personally, I just want to see that fight happen. I don't care what percentage Joshua is going to get and what Wilder is going to get. As a boxing fan, I want to see the undisputed fight. However, if you look at it from stock, like my understanding of stock, you know, is based solely on the financial derivatives, like how much, what is the ability of a boxer to sell tickets or pay-per-view. If you look at it from a very fair assessment, there's no need to argue that Joshua sells more or bring more to the table in terms of finance. Yes, with the loss, his boxing stock in a way went down. Whenever a boxer takes a loss, you can conveniently say that his boxing record or his boxing stock goes down. But if you are looking at stock from the financial angle, like what does this boxer bring to the table, I think Joshua's stock hasn't gone down, considering how much he got paid in his last fight. So, but from a pure boxing angle, I just...
Tunde, I get you. Actually, I do understand what you're saying. And in a way, I'm actually happy, right? because we've gotten to a point. Now I don't know for our American listeners if this is only because it's Anthony Joshua, right? We gotta also say that. But it seems like we've gotten to a point where people have decided that a loss doesn't matter, and that's beautiful. Maybe Gabe Rosado will get the same respect that they're giving Anthony Joshua. That is beautiful when you don't write a fighter off because of his loss and, he's not washed up because he had one loss, because those are all the things that you normally hear when a fighter takes a loss. So it is beautiful the way that you guys have changed your stance. I love it. I just hope that this is not just for one man. I hope that this stance of his stock not going down after a loss, the loss not meaning anything, I hope that's just not for one man. You know what I mean? We're going out to Stunner, New Jersey. Talk to me.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna reiterate a point. No, I'm on the phone. But I'm gonna reiterate a point I was trying to hammer down earlier this week. So this is exactly why I have no desire to see Wilder versus Anthony Joshua next, nor in the near future. After that Ruiz performance and him knocking him down last year, even Anthony Joshua's own fans don't really believe this dude. I'm all about Wilder fighting the best. My interpretation of the best is who is the best at the available moment. If Wilder gets through Tyson Fury, the dude who seems to be bucking at the chip, wanting to really want that smoke is Dylan White. So let Anthony Joshua go prove himself, because through the pull of the Usyk fight, us fans are going to learn, is Joshua really this knockout artist that we believe him to be, or is he going to be running around unconfident? We need to see what he is. So in the meantime, while he's doing that, Wilder needs to take out Fury and White. White keeps doing all this talking. We're going to decapitate him in 3 rounds, but he's confident. That's cool. AJ, he's not a confident dude right now. Let him go rebuild his confidence. Fight Pulev, Usyk, whatever order you want to do, and then we'll revisit this topic at the end of the year. And another thing, it's like AJ's been dragging his feet to even make his next fight. So this whole Wilder AJ talk is useless. These dudes ain't fighting next or none of that. Like, y'all want Wilder to wait for 2 months while AJ's in training camp for Pulev? Like, come on. Wilder White next. AJ, go get a kick. And let alone, if you fight Pulev, a knockout is all we're accepting. Nothing else, nothing less. That's it.
All right, Stunner, thanks for calling in. I'm going to go out to AD in the UK.
Yeah, what's good, Ned?
What up, what up?
Yeah, right. What you say is numbers don't lie, yeah? So you're telling me that AJ got paid £32 million before the Ruiz first fight, yeah? Yet he lost and he got over double the amount of money for the second fight. So I just want to know how you come to the conclusion that his stock went down.
Like I said, AD, I'm just happy we're in a place where losses don't matter for you guys anymore.
No, it's not about losses.
No,
Conor McGregor's lost, but does his stock go down?
It's obviously about losses, because that's the only way your stock can go down. That's the only way. I mean, so AD, explain to me how a fighter's stock goes down if not by a loss and his performance in the ring.
They could get caught drug cheating. There you go. There's one for you. But anyway, let me get back to the point, right? The point is, take 30% of the purse that Wilder will get for AJ. So apparently this is meant to be a £200 million fight. 30% of 200 million is 60 mil. Now, if Wilder's earning more than 60 million elsewhere, I can understand why you guys would be mad and you think he's ducking. If he's not touching them numbers, he's not even touching half them numbers. Furthermore, he's touching 15 mil. That's his top purse. That's a quarter of 60 mil. So if you guys can't add up and can't see that, do you know what? I think 60-40 is fair, to be fair, but I can see where AJ is going with 70-30, because numbers don't lie, like you always say on your show. So we gotta be real about this.
I hear you, champ. I hear you. I love to hear you guys. I want more ADs to call in so that we can have a bigger pool of delusional people. I mean, here you have a man wasted his call to say that Wilder should take 30% because it would be his biggest payday. That's the logic of this poor person, who has obviously no business savvy at all. We'll go to Josh in North Carolina. Talk to me.
Yes, hey man, y'all been doing y'all thing. Y'all been doing y'all thing forever, but 2020, man, these interviews has been hell. I've been loving it, been loving hearing it. AJ retarded, man. His motherfucker is a disgrace to boxing, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's the weakest unified heavyweight champ of all time. What the fuck does he mean Wilder should get 30%? Wilder is undefeated. He's bringing that. It might be one title, but it's the final title to the goddamn puzzle. So that makes it undisputed. So, yes, you deserve 50-50. Man, I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Y'all AJ fans are killing me, bro. Y'all got to stop this shit, man, for real, man. God damn, y'all move the goalposts every fucking time. I can't stand y'all motherfuckers. Salute to the boxing voice. I'm out.
So the nincompoop says that Conor's stock didn't go down. Meanwhile, Conor was the B side in the Mayweather fight. Meanwhile, Conor got less split in the Mayweather fight, but losses don't matter. I'm telling you, nincompoops are nincompoops, man. I mean, you can't change stupidity. Let's see who we got. Israel Weber, talk to me. I mean, I just muted you, but unmute yourself on your phone or desktop, and then what up? All right. Well, he needs to. Oh, there you go. What up, Iz?
Hey, what up, Nez? One, I just wanted to thank that one British guy with the accent who was not delusional. I don't remember his name, but I do want to say he was a breath of fresh air. And two, the biggest delusion is the whole AJ talk about his comeback and this big comeback. That makes no sense. And I know it's been said. I just wanted to reiterate, and that is my call. Thanks, Nez.
Thank you, Israel. Glad to see you got the Skype down so we can get you on these calls more often. We got Trey. Talk to me. Or are you just listening? Going once.
Hey, Nez.
What's up? Good morning.
You and AJ both. Good morning. You and AJ both trolling with this one now. Come on, man.
You already know.
Yeah, all right. I ain't even got no energy for the delusional motherfuckers. That's my call.
All right. We're going out to Rod in North Carolina. What up?
What's going on, Ness? I've been listening. I hadn't had a chance to call, but I've been listening to you, man. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, brother.
If I recall, the allure of the Wilder and AJ fight sort of went away after AJ lost to Andy Ruiz. So I don't understand now all of a sudden Joshua is saying because I've had this great comeback. I think he's confused about that. I don't consider beating a guy that whooped your tail like he did in the first fight and the way you beat him as a comeback fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a comeback of the year to me. I mean, J-Rock might be a bad example, but, when J-Rock beat Swift, I consider that a comeback fight. That's when a guy comes back and does what he has to do. I'm talking about J-Rock in the Swift fight, but not what you did with Andy Ruiz. I think he's kind of delusional, And you know what? If he wants to put his name in history as a great comeback fighter, offer Deontay Wilder the 50-50 split and beat him. And nobody can say you're not a comeback fighter. That's my call. Thank you.
All right. Now, you know what it is, Rod? I'm going to play AJ getting his ass whooped on loop so they can't forget it. That's loop right there, all right? That's AJ continuously getting punched in the face on loop. You can try to erase it, but it could never be erased. It happened. It took place. The fat pizza delivery boy knocked out the Adonis. It happened. No matter what you say, no matter what you want to talk about, like AD and finances and, oh, well, if his purse is 32 million pounds and now he got 65 million pounds, how about the 65 million pounds of pressure that hit his fucking chin when he went down? Talk about that. You can't erase that. Davidian, talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Ness? Great show. I just woke up, but I agree with the people that's making sense. I don't understand. It just seemed like AJ he really don't want to fight Wilder, because he know what's gonna happen. Like, why not just do 50-50? Like, Deontay single-handedly has kind of brought the sport, especially heavyweight boxing, made it more exciting. Like, I don't understand this 60-40 or 60-30 or whatever. Make it 50-50. Like, he seemed like he don't really, that's why I even respect Tyson over AJ. I can't rock with AJ. He always saying something that just doesn't make any sense. But great show, Ness, and yeah, that's my call.
Davidian, thanks for calling in. And to the ass clown out there, they're saying, Ness, Conor lost to Khabib after the Mayweather fight, so his stock didn't. Shut your dumb ass up. I don't even know about UFC, and I know that fucking Nate choked his dumb ass out, and that's why Floyd was running around saying, tap out, make him tap out, or you forgot. Y'all so what is wrong with y'all? I don't get it. Listen, bruv. He was the B-side after them losses to Nate. That loss to Nate, even though he avenged it too. Didn't he avenge it? I don't know when he did, because that ain't my sport, but I'm pretty sure he avenged it. JT in New Orleans, what up? Good morning.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. We're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it? I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
JT?
Yeah, good morning. Oh, my bad. Yeah, good morning, man.
Morning.
I just looked on YouTube and seen that you said Anthony Joshua won a 7-30 split, right?
That's what he said.
How so, man? I mean, that's crazy, man. I mean, Wilder haven't lost yet. He's been winning, been knocking people out, and he just struggled and got a win, and then he got destroyed in the first round. So, I mean, 7-30 split ain't even talkable. That's why I think Deontay Wilder and them just be ignoring Anthony Joshua when he even start talking stuff. So, I mean, that's why he passed that point. But that fight ain't no 7-30. I mean, it's a 50 at the most, and I'm pretty sure Deontay Wilder would let it be a 50 fight on his side. Me personally, if it was Wilder, I think Wilder wouldn't even be talking 7-30. I think he'll say it's still a 50-50 fight, just off the type of person he is and his character. But Anthony Joshua really don't want that fight, man. That's why he's saying 7-30. He know Wilder ain't gonna take that percentage and stuff like that, because he's worth way more than that, man. But I mean, that's so crazy, bro. That's my call, man.
JT, man, thanks for calling in. We going out to DH in the Bay. Talk to me.
Well,
What it do, brother?
Here's the thing. It's like, I just want to talk about the level of disrespect towards Finkel. You know what I'm saying? In the interview, he tried to throw in that little underhand little joke about, like, you know what I'm saying, calling him that shit Eddie Hearn was calling him, like he never heard of Wilder's team or all that. You feel me? That's some, you know what I'm saying, right off bat, he ain't serious about trying to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna try to offer him 30%, which is less than what Joseph Parker got. You know what I'm saying? This fight is gonna need to happen in America and on USA pay-per-view. It's gonna need to be 50-50. But I just wanted to talk about what did y'all feel about that? About the level of disrespect he's still doing these little joking, like, you know, I wasn't feeling that shit.
I mean, look, it just shows you that they're not serious. You know what I mean? Because you can't negotiate with someone calling them out their name. You know what I mean? You wanna, and I think Eddie's on a different page than AJ because Eddie at least used the word Shelly in the interview that I seen. He didn't say Shirley. So at least Eddie is on the sounding or saying the right things, at least in the media, right? Like he's the one saying 50-50. Well, then he not. So they switched roles. It went from one guy being the bad guy to the other guy being the bad guy. That's all. But it's all about trying to stay relevant. See, because right now everyone's talking Wilder Fury, so AJ has to continuously put his name in that. That's why Sky Sports has him watching Wilder fights. Like they're using Wilder's name right now. They used to say Wilder was using AJ's names. Now they have AJ in a Sky Sports studio watching Wilder fights, giving his opinion of Wilder's knockouts. I mean, in this very interview, you have AJ speaking of how big of a puncher Wilder is, and that's why he wants to fight him because of the challenge. And I like that part at least. Cool. Marilyn, talk to me.
Morning, TVV. Morning, man. Ness and Mike.
Morning, man. Mike ain't here today, but he'll be here tonight.
Okay, I'm just getting up, man. What up, Ness? Hey, I just looked at the joint, man. He talking 70-30 for real, Ness.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's showing me that he just don't want to fight, man. I'm with you on that, man, because come on, man, it's the biggest thing we got going, and this dude talking 70-30 got rock full of socks with Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? Come on, man, 70-30. That's a slap in the face, bro. You getting all these therapeutic steroid exemptions and all this. You trying to get Tyson Fury to come help you. You trying to get all this going on. All it point to is, man, the dude's scared, man. We ain't built like that in the U.S., champ. We ain't about to be going around acting like you. We need all, man, listen, either you going to fight the dude or not. 50-50, Slim. And that's it, man. Have a good day, Ness.
Thank you for calling in. Coop in Maryland. Appreciate the call. We're going out to Big Nick in the UK. Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, Ness? What's going on, TBV? What's happening, all my people in the chat? UK, US peeps, all love, guys. But listen, Ness, you know what I'm going to say? Listen, man. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right. You know that's the case, innit? Yeah? I'm going to say this, bro. Just make sure your man has the belts by the end of 2020. Then we ain't got to talk numbers, yeah? Run the UK gauntlet. We want it. Come the UK way. Run the gauntlet, yeah? You got 2 fights with Fury. You got Dillian White, and then you got the big boss man at the end. When you get to the big boss man, if you get to the big boss man at the end, then we can talk 50-50. In the words of the famous AJ, all I'm going to say is, listen, the numbers don't lie, yeah? And when they try to make them do, you got to tell them no and slap them back down again.
I hear you, champ. I hear you, man. Sound like an AJ comment, but I get you. Kel's Mastermind, talk to me. Kel's just listening. Going once, twice. All right, we got, it looks like Chico.
Yo.
What up?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yo. Just another fact, really. They just need to get it ring and fight. Forget money, forget splits, forget everything. Just need to get a ring and fight.
Agreed, man. But we can't get in that ring without figuring out the splits, man. That's the difficult part.
Yeah, I know it can be anywhere in the world. It don't matter where it is. I'm a massive boxing fan. I don't have no favourites, none at all. I watch every single Wilder fight, Joshua fight, Fury fights, everything. Don't matter where it is. The fight just needs to happen. I'm bored of it going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's getting boring. The fight just needs to happen.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. We're going out to CYP. Talk to me. California, good morning. CYP just listening for a minute, cause
I'm here. I'm
okay.
here. What's up? What's up? What's up? You know what's funny, man? Everybody know now he don't want to fight. Let's just stop playing games. Let's just stop it. Be honest with yourself. I like how Big Nick called in and didn't answer none of the shit. Didn't talk about the 70-30 because when he's on the after show, he's talking 50-50. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. But now AJ say 70-30. He go with what AJ say. This is why we bully y'all. This is why we make fun of y'all. Even when he's wrong, y'all can't admit he's wrong. It's getting to the point where I told y'all worship the man too much and it's getting weird. It's almost like you're so desperate to have a superstar that it doesn't matter what he says or what he does. Just like Donald Trump say, I can kill somebody and they'll still vote for me. That's how y'all treat AJ. Stop it. He don't want it. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not surprised. Why the hell would you want to fight Wilder when you got your ass knocked out by Andy Ruiz? Think about what I just said. Why would you want to fight Wilder if Andy Ruiz knocked your ass out? Why would you want to guard Iverson if Steph Curry crossed you over? You wouldn't want to guard Iverson. Y'all need to keep it real. Why would you want to fucking guard Randy Moss if Terrell Owens mossed you? You don't want to do these things. Stop playing. He don't want it with this man. Nobody wants it with this man, and y'all can't handle it. It's going to be another Frank Bruno. It is what it is. Keep making your money over there because you'll never get the respect. You cowards will never get the boxing respect. Oh, and I'm going to still keep asking, is AJ a legend? Just to piss y'all off because he'll never be. CYP out.
Good call, man. The issue is that they don't believe, you know, like even though they see Andy do it, they are in denial. Is the best like way of thinking of it because you're absolutely right. If Andy knocked you out, why would you want to face that right hand? And look, they're just in denial. But it's gonna be fun because it's gonna happen. The fight's too big for it not to happen. It'll just happen in 2021. It'll definitely happen in 2021. Let's go out to alumni.
Motherfucker murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Yo, TBV, what's good?
What up?
What up, Ness? Happy Sunday to you.
Thank you, brother. Likewise.
All right, appreciate it, appreciate it. So, why they keep saying all this back and forth between Anthony Joshua when it's just Anthony Joshua talking? It ain't Wilder talking to him. Wilder is in the middle of a fight. Like I thought we agreed that this was that wasn't gonna be no more talking. That this was just talk.
AJ
Cause
trying to stay relevant, man. He got to use Wilder's name.
well, he sounded like a coward, man. Like I mean, we all know what he's trying to do is, what I'm saying, hardcore, but don't nobody believe that shit, man. I mean, he really just sound like he's trying to convince himself, you know what I'm saying, like get his own confidence back. Because as we talked about with the Ruiz 2 fight, he's still looking scared in there. And now he's still sounding scared outside the ring. So hopefully he'll find his balls while he keep on, finding his bravery on Twitter and shit. And be ready when that Wilder fight comes. That's all I got, man. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Stainless, thank you for calling in. As always, we going out to Mo. Talk to me. Skype. Unmute.
What's going on there?
What up? What up?
Yeah, all this AJ malarkey again. I think what it is. See AJ. He's one of them friends what you have a fucking so tight. He don't want to release no money, even if you ask him for a tenner. He rocks around in the same tracksuits all the time, and he won't face Wilder. I don't think he will because that's not a good fight for him. But yeah, it is a bit delusional what he was saying. I agree.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Well, there you go, man. Another sane person coming from the UK. We're gonna go out to these boomerangs. We got No. Talk to me.
My audio still good?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Look, Ness, bro. I mean, I feel what you're saying is like talking to a wall, bro. And shout out to Killer, bro. 'Cause Killer like the only other person that's seen this dude getting a chest massage from another man with his eyes closed. Now, I say that to say all the other weak stuff that Joshua did on top of what me and Killer saw. This also said that he was going to come back to America to avenge his loss. He did that. He didn't take the 50 million.
No, we losing you, champ. I'm gonna try you back before I end it. I'm gonna go to Steve in the UK. Talk to me.
Afternoon, there. How's it going?
All good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. Nice Sunday, rainy day over here. I think everyone's forgetting one crucial sentence that AJ said in this whole interview about the 70-30 thing. He admitted himself. He says, in reality, that's not the case. So he knows himself that it's 50-50.
He said in
or
reality
whatever.
is not the case, but he still wants to be explained.
But he's also saying that has already been explained to him. I think he already knows it's 50-50. I don't know, maybe I'm interpreting it differently to you. I agree, he's not worth 70-30. A loss definitely makes your stock go down. I don't think anybody can argue with that. Financially, yes, AJ might be earning more money, but you've got to take into account site fees that he wasn't getting because Saudi want to host these events, so they're prepared to pay over and above what it's actually worth. So I think 50-50 is fair. And yeah, just get the fights made. But I think he's just trying to prove to himself that he's the A side. I agree with Stunner. He's still looking for his confidence.
Agreed. He's still looking for the confidence. And JT in Miami, talk to me.
Morning.
Morning, brother.
First of all, Sunday you put in work. Big ups to you.
Yes, sir.
I got a comment. I heard the show the other day about how you were going on Andy, and I thought it was great about the Fashion Nova, that the glasses were looking small, the sweater was looking tight. That was great commentary. I really liked that. On the Joshua and Wilder 30-70, that's not possible. That's crazy numbers. But I think there's a strategy behind this. I think maybe Eddie's trying to lowball it, so when he throws a 50-50, it smells a little bit better.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. This is why I say that if you're a fan of the show and you want to support, there are tons of ways of doing that. Absolutely free, and the best way is obviously to
remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
That being said, we got a few new reviews, and this is why I say remember to rate us 5 stars. And look, we can't please everyone, right? So the title is Host and Content is Great, but that's the title. It's a 2-star review, and it's actually coming from the United States, and it's by Tap Sizzy. He says, the show lacks a co-host. The current co-host is trash. The show lacks structure and flow. The show comes with a lot of technical difficulties and drops are annoying. All right, cool. Let's think about this, right? So I think Mike is the best co-host I've had. Maybe some don't like his stuttering, but I think that his boxing brain is crazy. It just keeps getting better. Outside of that, the consistency of Mike is something to definitely appreciate. Technical difficulties are technical difficulties. You got to understand we're essentially putting on our own radio station using Ethernet. the internet is something that we cannot control, so there's going to be technical difficulties here and there. And I know a few of you might call in and be like, oh, you don't got to address those type of guys, but I think that knowledge is power, and not knowing makes people, say and do certain things. And that's just part of it. As we grow, the more you hit that thumbs up button, the more we grow, the better the production quality can become. We see a lot of our counterparts. Shout out to Marcos Villegas again. He was on, a round table with Porter, Goosen, Abner, and I don't know, I think himself, right? That's wow. Shout out to Marcos. Not only is he like on PBC doing his own unofficial scorecard, now he's made it to like the round tables to give his predictions. So I'm gonna just keep working, and hopefully I get an opportunity that can help the show out financially to take care of all those technical difficulties, because I get it. I can't control Blog Talk, and every now and then they do go down. But I believe in Blog Talk being the best call in for you guys who are on the move. I would rather use free minutes, because at this point everyone in the world has free cellular minutes. I would rather use free cellular minutes to call into the show if I'm on the go versus internet data trying to stream it on YouTube, which makes it a little more difficult on the go. You might get, you in and out of service, switching towers. But we do got another review on the bright side, and the title is Top Notch, and it comes from, I have no clue. It's in the United Kingdom. It's Betathazolb. I don't know. I'm sorry, brother. Don't know what that is. But thank you for the review. Title is Top Notch. And he says, there is no other podcast that offers you the opportunity to listen and also interact with your favorite fighter. I wish we had a British podcast like this. Dude, don't wish for that. Just keep wishing that we get more British interviews and attract more British callers. We just had Callum Johnson on, and we're working on quite a few others. But yeah, man, we try to get people all over. Alejandra Jimenez was from Mexico, and I know a lot of you want me to touch on that, and I am. I'm just trying to get her on the show, because it's another Dillian White case, to be honest. With a clean test and a negative test, so a positive and a negative so close to each other, this is going to be a little strange situation. But we all assumed it, right? We all assumed it. That was for sure. Everybody was assuming it. JD, you haven't pressed one, champ. So let me know. Troy Boomerang, talk to us.
Yes. I just want to follow up on something you said. You said Joshua's stock went down, and I said Tyson's stock stayed the same because it was a shock. There was a shock factor back then when you saw him lose. So his stock really didn't go down. But you never really spoke on how Joshua's stock went down. So why don't you expand on that?
Brother, if you don't think that him getting his ass kicked, okay, because it wasn't Rockman. It wasn't Rockman and Lennox Lewis. It wasn't a one shot. It was an ass kicking. It was 4 knockdowns. It was a beating, okay? Then the rematch was tappy tap, stay away from me. It was hide and seek. Like, if you can't see what's in front of you, brother, I'm not going to give you too much energy, Troy. Like, say what you want to say, put it out there to the universe, put it out there to the TBV universe, let them debate you. I don't have the energy to always go at you. We've already noticed you're not a Wilder fan. You believe in AJ, and that is 100% cool, because when that fight happens, we get to go at each other. I'm cool with that. But I'm not worried about what Wilder's done, what he hasn't done. I'm talking about 70-30, and I'm putting it out there to you guys. If you're one of the callers with a few others that don't believe he deserves 50-50, and that's fine. That's fine. That's up to you.
Huh? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I said 70-30. That's just him being frustrated. But 55-45 is fair, and then they can get the fight. But the fact is, nobody knows what Wilder and Finkel want to make the fight. So the fight will never happen. Never. Because you can't tell me one time where they've come out and say, this is what.
Troy, you're walking right now with a lot of wind, so we're going to move on. But I get you. You said we can't ever tell you when Wilder said what he wants. I get you. I heard that. But I don't think you have internet because, throughout the years, I'm pretty sure Wilder said what he's want. There's half a dozen or so, or maybe 3 dozen interviews with me and him where he's saying what he wants. So I don't know. Do some research, Champy Champ. We're going to go out to Texas, though.
JD, motherfucker. There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game, my boxing. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54 pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo, I didn't like tune into the like the show. I saw you was live, so I don't know what the topic is, but I do kind of want to talk about the Jared Hurd fight.
Sunday,
If you
7
allow
p.m.,
me
champ. Sunday, 7 p.m. We talking 70-30 split. We saying AJ is saying he don't understand why Eddie's saying 50-50. Somebody needs to explain to him why Wilder deserves 50-50. He feel like he was in the biggest upset of the year, so he had the biggest comeback of the year, so he deserves 70-30.
Man, if this dude don't sit the fuck down, yo, you lost. You lost, champ. So that
people are saying that it doesn't matter because he avenged the loss to the man that beat him.
Yeah, but you lost, champ. At the end of the day, you lost. Like you can't wipe that loss away because you won a rematch. Like you got knocked down like 4 times. Like the UK people probably don't want to hear that, but it's facts, man. Once you lose, your purse, you can't negotiate as if you didn't lose. Like,
well, that's what they're
that don't make
saying.
sense.
But that's what they saying. They're like, yo, why y'all saying his stock went down if he made 32 million pounds to fight Ruiz, then he made 65 million to fight Ruiz?
Well, again, if you lost, your stock goes down tremendously. Sorry. I mean that's facts.
But that's what they saying. You guys keep saying that his stock went down, but they saying, yo, didn't he just break records on UK pay-per-view with the Ruiz rematch?
I don't care about, like, I gave you an analogy before, like yeah. You can sell records, yes. Whatever. Who cares about that? You can be a rapper and sell the shit out of some tickets, but that don't mean you the best rapper. You see what I'm saying? That's why I gave that analogy. Like you can be fucking Future and sell the shit out of some records, but that don't make you the best at what you do. So I don't know. I'm like kind of fed up with this AJ talk. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but like I haven't even been calling in to talk this AJ bullshit because I repeat myself every time. But no, I'm good with this AJ talk, man.
Well, later this afternoon we definitely gonna be talking. Evening we definitely gonna be talking some Jared Hurd, man. So yeah, man. Catch you on the next one.
Hey, wait before. Wait. When we doing that unguarded?
Oh, we could probably do that right after this. I'll text you.
Okay, that'll work.
All
right.
We got CYP, Boomerang.
Listen, people, listen. And this is no hate. This is just math. This is how shit works. The only reason AJ got the majority of the Saudi fee is because Matchroom had control of the rematch. There will be no rematch with AJ versus Wilder or Wilder versus AJ. It will be the first fight they have. Any country that offers $100 million is offering it equally to them both. Matchroom does not have control over that. They don't offer Matchroom the money. They don't offer PBC the money. They offer the two fighters the money. See, y'all don't make no damn sense. You actually think that his stock went up because he had control over a rematch. No, his stock didn't go up. He just got most of the money because he had control of it. He will not have control of the first fight with Wilder AJ. So yes, his stock went down because he won't be able to control how much money of the Saudi he gets, because Saudi will be like, yo, we want the fight. If that man don't want to take 30% of this, then give him 40%, then give him 50%, give him whatever is needed to get the fight. See, with Andy, you didn't have to do that. You could just argue, Andy, well, you said you would take only 7. You said you would only take 10. Ha ha ha. You said it. You have to fight us. Y'all need to understand reality. Secondly, if you new to the show and you get in that chat and you talk about me, I'll come at you. If you old on the show and you get in that chat and talk about me, you better say something clever or I'm going to ignore your corny ass. But there's always one guaranteed way you can argue, debate, CYP anytime you want, and that's the after show. If you don't want to do that, then be a coward like AJ, make these crazy demands, set up these crazy questions in the chat, and get your stupid ass ignored. Because I don't do no 70-30 in no chat. You know my rules. I stand by my rules. Be a man and quit being a bitch. And yes, I do think y'all obsessed. Black AJ fans from the UK, I do believe you're obsessed with how this man looks. That's why you can't accept any logic. Eddie Hearn said there was no 50-50. But before he said that, you guys were like, Wilder, where's it at? 50-50. Are you scared? 50-50. And now he's saying 70-30, and y'all got the same energy for the 50-50. That proves you guys are some goddamn cowards. Because 50-50, you guys were on board saying that's fair. What's he crying about? Now it's 70-30, and you ain't got nothing to say.
Cut it.
Man, if I don't agree with anything he's saying. And no, let me try you again.
Yo. I'm better.
You trying.
Fuck, I just get it. I just come back tonight, man. So I don't want to mess the audio up.
All right, champ. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's been another TBV in the morning on Sunday. We'll be back with another one at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's the flagship show. Also, if you are a Border Wars fan, we will be back later today with a unguarded episode on JD in Texas, former pro, that is going to be taking on Donnell Ironflower Fernandez. All right. Do say.